Okay, welcome back. We are in the Rosyth dockyard near Edinburgh in Scotland, and we're on board HMS Prince of Wales. We're in the Mark IV Sea King Commando version of the Sea King helicopter. There it is. And we're going to go off to have a look at the William Wallace Memorial, which is right up the river there, right at the end of the river, with where the bridge is, Stirling Bridge and Stirling Castle. So I think we'll cross the river and we'll follow the embankments, the south bank. Okay, brakes off, feels good. Everything's switched on, turned on. Okay, let's power up. Raise the collective slowly. Something's wrong, stand by. Okay, I've got my wires all tangled around the collective. Normally one's pre-flight checks would have. My wife's been on the computer this afternoon. Okay. There we go. Everything's in the green, no warnings on the caution panel. Clear to go. You notice this ship has two towers, one's for the aeroplanes and the other one is for the ship. I think the front one's probably for the ship. It's got this ramp, as you can see there. Okay, well, it's a bit grey and rainy today. Why am I following the south bank? There's a castle I wanted to look at. It's been in many films, including recently the Outlander, I think it's called, and it doubled up for Fort William, but I can't remember what it's called, Darkness Castle or something like that. I want to see if it's depicted on Orbex. It looks like a ship on a bit of a peninsula, just like that one there. Can't remember the name of the place. I think that's probably supposed to be it, but it looks like it's got a default building. Yeah. Office block where the castle should be. It's the right shape though, so blackness or darkness or something, so I can't remember. That's disappointing. But obviously back in the old days, you know, they had to build a bridge across this river and they didn't have the technology we've got today, so they had to go to a relatively narrow bit before they could build a bridge, and Stirling Bridge was the first bridge. So you had an army and you wanted to get the army across, you either needed a load of ships or you found a bridge. Stirling seemed to be the first place that they could build a bridge. There's a lot going on. Okay, I will cross to the north bank then. We'll take a look at the Wallace Memorial, Stirling Bridge, and we'll land at Stirling Castle. times 325 in the afternoon. Now those hills in the distance there, where they drop down, that's Stirling. Thought so, he's pinched my bit of wood. Thought I was sitting further back in the seat. My boy. Right. Normally when the helicopter's all trimmed in, you can let go of the stick and it just carries on as normal. Nearly trimmed in, nearly. To max speed, there we go. Level the chopper. See, there's a little bit of a bridge here, but that obviously wasn't there in the old days. Again, it's at a narrow point. Because the bigger the bridge, the more money you've got to spend, so you want to get across, don't you? And build the bridge as cheap as possible, relatively speaking, without being made of plywood. You know, this is not Stirling Bridge. Stirling Bridge is much further on. So we're following the north bank, westbound from Edinburgh. Now there's two bridges at Stirling. There's the new bridge and the old bridge, but the old bridge wasn't the bridge that Mel Gibson fought over, okay? The very old bridge that William Wallace fought over was right next to the old bridge, but it's not there anymore. Like the River Thames, when they build a new bridge, they can't build it on the site of the old bridge, they've got to build it next to it. That's why London Bridge today isn't in the same place as the old London Bridge. It's about a few metres to the west. I've done this before, but I've usually been flying a fast jet, so you just don't take in the scenery at all, you're just thundering along. Now, ahead of us, I can see the William Wallace Memorial. Where the mountains come down, there's one last bump and there's a spike on the top. That is the William Wallace Memorial. And to the left of that, there's a flat bit. And then the first hill that you see to the left, that's got Stirling Castle on the top, and between the memorial and the castle you've got the bridge. You see the river, the estuary, starting to wind now and starting to get narrower, and we're going to follow the river. In the old days, I suppose they would have driven wooden piles into the ground, into the riverbed, built their bridge out of wood. Although the old bridge is built of stone. Yeah, if you've got a boat, you've got to wind round all these, I think they call them, is it oxbow tails? Because sometimes they break off, don't they? This is all a floodplain. This will flood. That's why it's all flat. Right, William Wallace Memorial on the top of that hill. We're going to take a close look at that. That was built in the Victorian days, I believe. It's a tribute to William Wallace, the same guy that was played by Mel Gibson in Braveheart. Right, this is it. Let's slow the chopper down. It's a sort of a gothic-y, towery memorial thing. You can go up it apparently. Cool. You're right. Where are we now? Went round and round that a few times and got dizzy. Get my bearings right. There's the castle over there. So the William Wallace Memorial on the hillside there has a good view of Stirling Castle, which is dead ahead of us. But first we're going to look at Stirling Bridge. Which, as I remember, is between the memorial and the castle. Yeah, there's the river. And this is where armies had to come to cross the river. And obviously the Battle of Stirling Bridge was fought right here on the old. This is the old bridge, but this isn't the original bridge. See, there's a new road bridge next to it. You can see the old stone bridge. So the original bridge would have stood next to this stone one, and this is where the battle would have taken place. You'd have to look it up, Google it, as to the exact location of the old bridge, but they normally build bridges in the same place, you know, literally just a few yards away. But that's the old bridge. It's been there for centuries, and that's obviously the new road bridge. Right, top of that hill we have Stirling Castle, which is overlooking the river and the bridge. If we orbit around clockwise, we'll be able to get a good view out of this window. It's not how I would have imagined Stirling Castle to be. Not at all. More of a house, isn't it? But having never been to Stirling Castle, I don't know. I can't say. But one of the beauties of having a helicopter is we can park anywhere we like. And I'm going to park here. And then it's probably appropriate to go and Google Stirling Castle. have a look at some videos that people have done, because you don't get the bullshit. I like the videos that YouTubers make when they're just wandering around these places, because you see it as it is, you know, nothing gets hidden. You see what the public see when they rock up. Right, brakes on. Welcome to Stirling Castle. In Bonnie, Scotland. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.